Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay. Hello.
Welcome to
Welcome to the Peer2Peer Podcast.
Yes.
I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, we have Van here with us today.
I'm Zoe.
Oh yeah. Introductions. I'm Sarah. I'm a freshman.
And I'm Tanya. I'm a sophomore.
So what grade are you in?
I'm a freshman as well.
I know the answer. I just wanted
Oh, yeah, of
the
course.
people
Yeah,
who
to
are listening
clarify
to
for the
know
audience,
what you're
obviously.
talking about. Okay. I'm so excited to be here. How many people have you had before me?
I have no idea. I've been in one.
I think two. I've done
5 or
I've done
6
two so
or
far.
5 or 6?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
How am I 5th or 6th on
Mr.
the
Kelly's
list of
saying
people that
6.
you wanted to
Wow.
talk to?
Hey, no. You're always
We're
first in my
sorry.
heart.
Yeah,
Of
we're
course.
first in our hearts.
Yeah.
That was the first interview, though. Obviously, said the ambient voice from off mic. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I told Mr. Kelly I looked at the list of questions and then I immediately forgot them from my mind because
yeah,
I want to be honest with you. I didn't want to have to prepare anything.
Okay.
That's perfect. Love
All
that.
right, what do you got?
You can start.
Okay. So the first question we have for you is, what do you consider to be your teaching philosophy?
Oh my God, I don't remember that question. So I think for me, I am a completely different teacher than I was 7 years ago. And I think a lot of the drama classes that I've had have made me into the teacher that I am right now, as Sarah Clevenger cracks her knuckles in a very audible
ASMR.
way.
Oh my god.
I think that I lead with a lot of empathy and understanding, and knowing that the school is a high, intense, and pressure-filled place. You should have hit the censor button on that. It's actually a school. We love school, but no. In all seriousness, I think I like to have a good time. I like to teach kids at where they're at on the day that they come to me. I think my philosophy is about empathy and compassion and leading with love. I don't think a lot of teachers teach with love. They teach with, I have to get this in, I have to do this.
Yeah.
And it's all about, for me, like just making sure that the people who are in my class are going to have a good time, because when you have a good time, you learn the most.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy.
Yeah, I remember your 8th grade drama class. Like we did
my
all
God.
those improv games.
So great,
and, yeah, it was
right?
amazing.
You had a great class.
Oh,
The musical theater class in 8th
Zoe
grade.
never took my 8th grade class. She just had my 7th grade class.
I did have your 7th grade class.
But
I
then
just
she
remember
was
you
too
being so
cool for
down to-
school.
down
yeah,
to
what the
earth.
heck, Zoe?
Down to earth, really?
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of students communicate with you very well. Like,
Oh yeah, it's very easy to talk to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's good for a podcast, I guess.
Oh
Yes.
well, no.
Yeah.
So maybe it should have been like the first or second guess. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, but you were all great in my classes in 7th grade, and I was deeply upset that you didn't take it. But I was so happy that you both.
Sorry
you
about
didn't take
that.
musical
Sorry
theater.
about that one, guys.
I did not.
You just took drama 8.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. What did I do? Chorus?
Yeah, I think so. I did chorus.
Musical
like,
theater was
3
great.
times.
Into the
Yeah.
Woods.
Yeah, we did Into the Woods Junior.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
was
the part
wonderful.
without all the good stuff.
Yeah, without the good stuff.
Okay.
All right, what else you got for me?
Okay. So, do you have any standout moments, amusing memories, or anything like the craziest thing that's ever happened to you at Pingree? Anything like that?
Okay, I have a great story. It's definitely not the craziest thing that's ever happened to me, but I used to wear an Apple Watch.
Oh, I have one on right now.
Do you?
right now.
Do you have
got
like the
this.
heart rate monitor that tells you when you're stressed out?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was doing Chicago, and my stage manager, I'm going to shout out a name here. You will have no idea who this person is. My stage manager was Julia Guairedo, and Julia was like one of my, I know, right? Hold for applause. Julia was she was in my first ever drama class, and as a senior, she decided to stage manage for the first time in her life. And Julia was incredible at translating when I was stressed to people in the cast. Because I don't think you guys have done a musical with me. Zoe has yet to do a musical. One day.
Yet.
One day.
Emphasis on
With
I've done musicals,
with us.
just not here.
with us.
But you
Of
should.
course, of course.
I never show that I very rarely show that I'm stressed out, right? The crippling silence is reassuring to me. And so anyway, the long story short is I used to wear the Apple Watch, and there was a day that I was seconds away from blowing up, and I never yell, I never do any of that. And Julia, who's sitting on my left, saw my heart rate monitor like pop up, And it was like, you should take a deep breath right now. And Julia goes, she turns to me, she goes, Van, I got this, don't worry. I was like, what are you talking about? And she goes up to the cast and she goes, we're all going to leave now. And we're going to practice outside because we're all stressing Van out. And we're going to come back and it's going to be a lot better when we come back. And I was like, wow, okay. And they left and they rehearsed and they came back. And I like did deep breathing while they were gone.
Wow.
And I calmed down. It's one of my favorite memories because I think the only time that a student, now granted it was tech, but like realized like, oh, this adult needs my help right now. And they like came to help me. It was wonderful.
So sweet.
It's not a crazy story, but I love the story.
Wow.
That too. That's actually really sweet.
Oh yeah, thank you. I didn't do it. I lived it.
So I think our next question for you is, how has Pingree changed since you got here?
Oh my God. Get the censor bar ready. No, I'm just kidding. How has it changed? It's changed in so many ways. In so many ways, it hasn't changed. I have found that in my time, and speaking from my medium as an arts person, I found that the arts have become a little, how do I put this in a politically correct way? I think it's become harder for male students to feel vulnerable at the school. I think that the first year I directed a musical here, we had 19 seniors, 8 of which were boys.
8?
Which is wild. So we had more senior boys in Rent than we had boys in the entire Into the Woods cast. And I think partially because of COVID, like, I don't remember, maybe I had some of your classes during COVID times where like Friday course was remote. I don't think I did.
I don't think so.
But like, I think that played a part of it, that it's hard to do drama remotely and it's hard to feel that like power of it. And I think it's starting to come back, but I think that's been a big shift. People aren't maybe as willing to leave their comfort zone and to take a risk as they were since I came here. There were people. Ian Dugan did his first upper school musical his senior year just because somebody said, "Oh, you should do the musical," and he walked in with no forms, with nothing, and he just went, "I'm here to do the musical today. What do I have to do?" And I was like, "Well, you have to give me a form and you have to like tell me what you're doing." He's like, "Oh, I can't just like be in it." And I was like, "No." And he ended up being the lead of the show, right?
Wow.
And so Ore Shote is another one who quit wrestling his junior year and did the musical. And so I don't interact with many of those kids anymore who are just like, "Yeah, I want to try this. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be any good at it, but that's okay. Like, I think you're a cool dude, and I think the people that you work with are cool, and we're going to try something." That's been the biggest change. Everything else is the same.
Really? What would you say to those people who maybe like, oh, like, I don't know if I should audition for the musical, like, I might get, like, judged, like, what are people going to think? Like, what would you say for people like that?
Yeah, I mean, the only person who can judge yourself is yourself, right? Like, Ore is a great example of that because Ore was like, I mean, I could talk about him for hours. He was so himself that he didn't really care what anybody else thought about him. Like, he just was like, no, I'm just doing my thing. And like, I don't really care what anyone else thinks. Like, I'm just going to do my thing because this is my experience and this is my life, right? So I think that's an important skill to have in life, like the ability to only feel like you're the only person who can judge yourself. But to people, like, I think you grow through discomfort. Like, maybe that's my teaching philosophy. Like, you have to be a little uncomfortable in order to grow, right? They call them growing pains for a reason, right?
Yeah.
It's not like growing like chillness, it's growing pains, because when you grow, it is uncomfortable, it is tough, but that's the part where you discover parts about yourself that you didn't know were there. So to anybody who's thinking about doing the musical, which is inherently a risky thing because you're singing and you're dancing, which is really vulnerable and really scary, but then you're also playing somebody else and you may be wearing a silly costume or any of those things, I think it allows you a chance to grow as a human being. And I'm a huge believer that musical theater is the thing that can really like inspire people to be better human beings. So that's what I got to say about that.
That's so beautiful.
Wow, thank you.
No.
Zoe, do you not ask
felt
any questions
inspired.
in this, or do you?
I don't have
Do
to
they
talk.
not let you ask questions? You're just here for.
I shared it with
I
you.
just got here.
Oh, wow.
This is
Okay.
very spontaneous.
I didn't want to force you to ask a question, but I feel like you're just sitting here, and I want you to like.
I was just gonna be here for the emotional support.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For me? Because everyone knows that I cry easily. You were here like in case.
I got the next question.
Oh my
guys.
gosh,
Don't
okay.
even worry about it. Okay, if you could do something outside of teaching, what would it be? Is our next question.
Oh my god, if I could do something outside of teaching, I mean, I do. I said do. I do direct shows outside of Pingree already. So I'm directing a musical in the fall. I directed a show. I directed Into the Woods last summer. So I do already do that outside of Pingree, which is great. I think if you're asking me like what other career would I want to be, I aspired and I dreamed of being a baseball player my entire
way.
life. Yeah. And I was a pitcher my freshman year, and I couldn't hit. I was an abhorrent hitter, but I could pitch really well. So I felt really confident until my spring allergies got so bad that my eyes got like swollen shut.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, I can go outside and like try to pitch in this. And my eyes were watery and I was miserable. And I had a line drive come back and like crack 2 of my ribs because I couldn't see the ball coming. And I was like, that's the end of my baseball career.
That's the end of that.
And I was like, what is an inside activity that's in the spring? And our musical was in the spring. And so I was like, oh, I guess I'll just try that and see how that goes. But so baseball player would be the thing that I would want to be.
That's pretty cool.
Did you
Yeah.
always like were you always involved in like musical theater or theater?
No.
arts?
I mean, I was always involved in the arts. I played a bunch of instruments. I played clarinet, alto sax, tenor sax, bass
Wow.
clarinet, piano, guitar, drums.
All of them?
Oh my
Yeah.
Guitar, drum.
Come on. Come on.
Actually, names like 10 instruments.
Yeah, so I always did that, and I would sing in choir. Like my parents love music, but you know, drama is like a high school thing for me. All right, what else you got? Or have I answered all your questions already?
I think we have a couple more.
Oh, okay, great. I hope you get to the one that I'm the least prepared for.
Which is question mark.
I don't know. Maybe it's the next question.
Okay. Oh, okay. Me?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
You want-
yeah.
yeah, go for
Go
it.
for it, Sarah.
Do you have any hidden talents or anything like hidden that you're passionate
That you
about
would
that people
love
don't
to
really
share
know?
with us.
I can't. I was the runner-up to Mr. Winston for the whistling championship.
Oh my god.
Were you actually?
No, I can't.
That'd be
Oh
so
my god.
I can't whistle at all. I don't. No, I don't have. I enjoy swimming. I don't know. I don't think I have any hidden talents. I don't. I don't think I do. No, I don't.
Like no secret second life as like a pop star. Or anything.
I mean, do you think I have that?
I don't know. You have to tell me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so somebody. I'm not gonna blow anybody's spots up. But I do have a keen ear for when I hear a really great band name. Somebody else,
I've
maybe in
heard a
this
lot
room,
about
like
this,
has.
yep.
Yeah. So, Sarah, have you never heard me say this before? I will occasionally say when somebody says something like, "Wow, you know, I have a really patient cat." I'll be like, "Oh, Patient Cat was the name of my high school band," and then everyone in the room goes, "Wait, really?" And I go, "No, what are you crazy?" Some other teachers at the school keep a running list as well. I don't want to blow up their spot, but he may have coughed in the corner of the room. He's not on video because he's camera shy, but
If you know, you know.
if you know, you know.
If you know.
IKYK. So I guess that's that's not a talent. It's a passion. It's a private passion of mine.
Perfect.
So I think our next question is, do you have a favorite song, show, or book?
Oh man, I thought you were going to ask the question that I was fearing.
Wait, I really want to know.
ooh,
what you're
wait.
fearing.
You'll
Hold
know.
on.
You'll know when you say it.
Oh.
Okay, my favorite book of all time is going to be very cliche and very corny. It's Catcher in the Rye. My favorite movie, very weird movie to have as a favorite movie, but Robin Williams was one of my favorite actors, so Mrs. Doubtfire is endlessly rewatchable. I can quote the entire movie. It's amazing. If you want like a serious movie, oh god, 8.5 would probably be my like favorite movie. You have no idea what that is. It's
No.
it's a Fellini Italian movie.
Like an old people thing.
Oh,
Definitely not a cultured person thing.
Cultured. Sorry.
I'm 34 years old. How dare you? I'm the second youngest person, or the second. How old are you?
Older than you.
Wow. So there you go. I'm not the oldest person in the room. 8.5 probably would be my favorite, or any Woody Allen movie. Any Woody Allen movies.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies.
I think to wrap it up, the question that you've been dreading.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Do you, Mr. Van Antwerp, have favorite students?
Oh my God. This is pressure. Oh, there are people pointing to themselves right now.
It's definitely
Zoe's
not me.
waiting for like the gossip.
serious voice in the
in
corner?
on the tea.
Well, I mean, we can like hit the sound effects and we can censor out people's names if we could pretend that I said people's names. Sarah's not gonna be able to find it. Do I have favorite students?
Yeah,
no.
go ahead.
I don't have favorite students. I think I have favorite students once they graduate, and then like the students that like will stay in touch, and students that will reach out to me, talk to me, like humor me when I think of them, and I go, oh, I just thought of you today because somebody asked me a question about favorite students or whatever. So maybe once they graduate, but in school,
When you can publicly admit
yes,
it.
when I can, obviously. In school, I don't. There was this great video of a teacher who said, I get asked all the time, who's my favorite student? And he goes, there's like this Venn diagram of kids who like do like their work. That's one circle. There's kids who are like social and like chill and you enjoy as people. And then there's like the fun kids who like make you laugh. And if you're like at the center of that circle, like you're a favorite student.
So
You do
you're-
your work, you're fun to be around, but then like you're well behaved, like and honorable. Like obviously like Mr. Shangold.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
I think we were pointing at someone else.
Oh, Tanya. Oh, obviously like Tanya. I thought you gotta work on your pointing skills. All the people in this room, I think, check all those boxes.
Hey, wait, I'm pointing at a... Okay,
No,
I'm
you
not
should
gonna-
have the camera. All these people definitely check those boxes. I don't even have Zoe in class, but I would say that.
Hey,
Thanks.
Zoe. Okay.
How did I do, guys?
Perfect.
That was
Perfect.
pretty great.
That was
Out
great
of-
interview.
Out of your guests, present company excluded,
Out
like
of
where
all
would you?
three.
Do I make like the Mount Rushmore of?
You honestly killed it with.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Really?
I think we should have you
Yes.
back again.
I'd love a part 2. Are you kidding?
Part 2.
Are those
Yeah.
solid questions?
Part 2.
It is, but it's.
Oh,
I mean, for now, but it's
1:30
1:32.
when we're late.
People got class to do. You know. What do you guys have next?
Singing.
Singing,
Yep.
actually.
Oh, so you don't even have class. What are you doing?
Whoa,
Oh, wait, the three of us are
that's an
singing.
opinion.
Well, no, you know.
Mr.
Hold on.
Winston would be
No.
really
Yeah.
hurt.
You're gonna rip me out of context. No, you're performing this
We're
afternoon.
yes, yes.
performing. We're supposed to be meeting at 1:35.
I didn't even
30.
1:30.
Oh, so then you actually do have to go.
Yeah, but I didn't even know it was outside school. I thought we were like doing it in the cafeteria or something. But
No, I think
Wait,
isn't that
it's not
Meineke House?
here?
what?
It's near the farm, right?
Oh,
Okay.
It's not here?
It's like here, but not here.
So
Oh,
it's a good time.
okay. Okay.
Should we rap? Should I clap?
And
Oh. Oh, I thought we were all going to do it.
ew, that was disgusting. Okay, bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.